All right, so how has the live act changed since the last tour? Is it a lot different? We've got the helicopter.
It's so organic, though. I mean, we're going to go co-headline with Manson in the States, and we're really going to, he makes me feel like Eddie Vedder or Bruce Springsteen or something, because I'm just not going to get a big sign that says drugs. Or costume changes, and God bless him for doing it. I mean, they had me, I was in their dressing room, they had me in this like bat suit with like this giant, blue halo, and they're like, wear it. And it's like, you guys, I'm not wearing your insane clothes.
But does it give you a freedom, though? They're doing all that. You can just be how you want to be and take the band to another level. To a different level. And I guess this is the one, though, that does cause people to freak out a bit, because the band's changing and you're not going to do that sort of same stuff of maybe as much speaker stack climbing. But
I did a fair amount the other night.
Oh, did you?
Why do people assume that, I wonder, when they haven't seen us play in a few years?
Oh, okay. All right. So there's still a bit of that.
No, but they don't expect that either. I mean, it's a really deep, organic, soulful show. And we are trying collectively to add production value to it. That doesn't mean it's going to turn into a Broadway show. Stop reading my just because I did it, just don't. Because I can concentrate.
They're reading.
But we're not a programmed show. It's not all programmed.
Yeah.
It's pretty organic.
Yeah.
But does it shit you that people expect you to be, sort of punk grunge or what forever?
People don't. Media does. You do. But that's your problem.
I don't at all.
Okay,
I don't at all.
I mean you collectively, not personally.
Oh, okay. So you see the media still as one big block?
Pretty much, yeah. One collective.
Though you guys play better songs over here on this station than...
Don't blow smoke up their ass. You're one big collective.
No, but the...
One big, cynical, jaded collective.
So why try and... the thing about the media, I know that a lot of people ask you this question, but by restricting what the media can ask you, aren't you sort of worried that it's going to increase the antagonism and keep up this war?
It's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
But then aren't you stooping to our level a bit by taking...
No, I'm stooping to your level if I respond to really ridiculous questions and I allow you to ask them. That's when I'm stooping to your level. They're nonsense.
But aren't you stooping to my level by stopping me ask those questions? Because you can always refuse to answer them.
I would refuse anyway. So then you can't get them, you can't name them. You can't then put a title on them. You can't get the satisfaction of that kind of nonsensical exploitation.
Do you exploit the media, though, the other way?
Well, it is a voluntary process of promotion for a product, which is something I've just sort of come to through the 80s and stuff. I was like, ooh, magazines, fun, and then through the 90s, it's just this real weird, sour nightmare of magazines and media. And also I really realized, especially from this Monica Lewinsky thing, that people, they don't care. Ultimately, the media is not half as important as it thinks it is, and it's which is great.
Well, I was going to ask you about the Monica Lewinsky thing, because people don't care, and yet there has been this obsession about what Bill's been doing with it.
If I wasn't doing this for a living, I found out that it was compulsory for Australians to vote. If I wasn't doing what I'm doing right now for a living, I swear to you, I mean, I might do some other things, but I would almost devote my life to making that a bill in the United States.
Compulsory voting?
Yes.
Why?
Well, it would be fought, free, and it would be fought by a bunch of right-wingers. But, I mean, if everybody, because most people with middle-of-the-road or left-leaning tendencies feel like they shouldn't vote or they can't vote or nothing they have to say counts. But if there was compulsory voting, you would know, you know what I mean, that you were in the minority or the majority, period, instead of a bunch of elitist, upper-middle class people voting, mostly upper-middle class people that are trying to not get taxed. And certainly on something like, now, wouldn't it be nice in America if people could just vote from their TV? Then they'd be real happy. They could have a
What do you think about
vote
how
from the TV.
What do you think about how Larry Flint sort of exposing some hypocrites' private lives? I mean, that is
Is that what Larry's doing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He's writing about one of the guys who's after Bill Clinton and saying he drove his wife to have an abortion.
But doesn't Larry always do stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know what Larry does? It's my favorite thing that Larry Flint does. And as a feminist, I had like these whole sort of conflicts about Larry. But basically, whenever people try and sell like weird, crazy pictures of me, Larry buys them and like puts them in a safe. And then I see him, and he's like, "You better. What were you doing in San Francisco naked in 1986? What the hell did you think you were doing?
Isn't he applying
I had to pay $40,000 for that, girl." It's really nice that he's there. I can't say anything mean about him.
Yeah, right. So you got the friends in the right places.
I guess I do, but he has crap on people you wouldn't believe, like mainstream movie actresses that used to be escort. I mean, the stuff he knows.
When's it okay to expose that stuff?
He's not going to ever expose it. That's what's kind of cool about him. He protects people.
But he's not protecting certain congressmen at the moment.
Well, he shouldn't be, should he?
But how do you draw the line? How do you play God like that?
Because if somebody's sitting up and saying, I'm going to impeach you for getting a blowjob from this like little Brentwood cream puff that kept running, please. You can imagine what the situation was. Yeah,
so it's hypocrisy, you reckon?
It's just hypocrisy, yeah. And it's completely partisan politics, and it's just stupid. There should be compulsory voting in our country. I'm so enlightened that you guys have that. It blew my mind.
Oh, that's good to
hear. Really
hear.
impressed.
All right, can you stay around for a while if we play another song from your album? Which one do you want to hear?
I want to see what Awful's like on the radio. Do you?
Oh, it's good.